All right. Well, thanks you guys for being here. We're fortunate in this program as an expansion team to have a number of firsts. Last weekend was our first ever hockey game at the Division I level. This weekend we have our first ever home game in Sioux Falls. So first time we get to show ourselves off in Sioux Falls, South Dakota's only Division I hockey team, and really excited to be a part of it. There's going to be a whole lot going on. In all the support, sacrifice, generosity that's helped bring us to this point. We get to give back to those fans and play in front of them at the Premier Center. Like I said, a ton going on. There will be a hockey game played in there. It's our job to put our best foot forward and make sure our effort level is there and we build on last weekend.
Yeah, Coach, the energy, that was one of the big things that you had last week. You talked about the energy that you saw from them on Saturday and Sunday.
I felt our energy was great. And you could see there was almost too much energy. You take a too many men penalty. We have some young guys getting their first collegiate shifts ever, taking penalties on their first shift. They're just amped up, but their heart's in the right spot. Into that, the big takeaway is you're always curious to see how your guys are going to respond. Are they going to be intimidated? We certainly weren't intimidated. We showed up. We had to kill too many penalties, and really, I think that definitely hurt our offensive flow. And anytime you come out of a weekend not scoring a goal, that's one of the key emphases going into this weekend is to try to find a ground game to create some offensive opportunities.
Yeah, you mentioned the offense is kind of the big takeaway. You guys didn't score any goals, but how difficult is it though when you guys are constantly man down and just talking about that challenge there?
Well, it's hard. Your lines get disjointed. Your mindset is preventing a goal because you are a man down. You're at the disadvantage, and then it's just hard to get back into a rhythm. And the way the penalties were laid out in the game is it just really prevented us, I feel, from establishing any continuity where we could get all four lines involved and really make them defend. And as a result, you spend a ton of time defending. You're using all your energy in that end of the rink, and then we don't find a way to get one in. So hopefully we get one soon. It's tough to score in college hockey, man. There's a lot of conversations like this happen around the country. And too, you just got to go back to work and practice during the week.
Yeah, how do you go about addressing that? Penalties and whatnot in practice. How have you sort of gone about throwing the guys in on where to correct it?
Well, you got to take ownership over it. I think that's the biggest first step. Is the discipline in this program is paramount. And that's something that we're just establishing what the expectation is and where that bar is set. We're not going to be a team, we can't be a team that takes a lot of penalties. Early on in the season, some of these are just early growing pains. But the challenge is for our guys is you got to address it. You have to, like I said, take ownership and make the improvements.
How do you assess how well they played on the penalty? It seemed like they killed off every penalty. I don't think they gave up a power play goal.
We're proud of our guys, and it's an attitude. I think there's so much sacrifice, and then it comes back to goaltending. We had two goaltenders that played this weekend who stood tall. Our penalty kill units were blocking shots. I felt like we had pretty good detail for a first series in our system. You're playing a team from Wisconsin. They have the draft picks. They have some young talent, and that team's going to score goals. But our guys, they answered the challenge. And we're proud of that group, but again, it's just a start. So take a little momentum and some energy from it moving into this weekend. But we're probably going to have to step up and kill a couple penalties this week, and we got to match what we had last weekend.
And I don't think it's an exception to any sport, but in hockey specifically, routine is huge. And I know, just kind of getting into routine. Did you sense a little bit of that? Walk me through sort of what that was like on the first weekend.
Well, it's the game day routine. It's probably a lot more normal for these guys coming off junior seasons or college seasons than it was for the coach, who had a year off. But it was good to get back into that. I think our guys experienced what it's going to be like to travel. Our administration's put us in an incredible spot. We travel at the highest level with our guys. I felt, they felt it. They felt like they were able to prepare and do their best job when the puck was put on the ice. And so it's a great start, and again, something we can build on.
What can you tell me about Bowling Green?
they're well respected around the league, the CCHA, and they're going to be someone we need to really familiarize ourselves with because, like I said, they're in the league. They split on the weekend. I think they're going to come here and they're very much going to be ready to get a win. Friday or Saturday night, sorry. They're going to be ready to go. They want to play spoiler, and we fully expect their best.
Coach, could you talk to me about your mindset and heading into Saturday and how you're welcoming the program here at home against Golden?
Well, there's a lot going on, and it's all great. Like, there's so much excitement, but I think for our guys, they very much got to keep the focus on the task at hand. We've challenged our guys with just getting better with each game, and that's really it. I think we just got to go learn some of the lessons, from last weekend. We're addressing those in practice right now, and we just got to work to be better each time, each opportunity we have to take the ice on game day.
And in a recent interview, you said that these guys are explorers. Can you tell me about how, and you talk about leadership and ownership and accountability, can you expand on that and explain how they bounced back from Wisconsin and heading into Saturday?
Well, I think, too, as you talk about what we're doing here, being the first, some of the challenges, some of the adversity that you might face in the process, I think the guys that are excited by that, who come to a campus who didn't have Division I hockey, who don't have a history of hockey here, that's the explorer part. They don't know what tomorrow will bring. They don't know what's to be expected and what it's all going to look like quite yet. So they're walking into the unknown, and that's an explorer to me. And these guys are the ones that signed up for it. And sometimes when you're doing what we're doing, it's not easy. Like, there's some adversity that comes, and it's tough. And no one's going to take it easy on us at all. So for us, I think we felt that the last weekend is that they came to play. Wisconsin came to play. Our guys were right there with them. But we got to get better. And the only way you get better is through hard work. So I've been impressed with how our guys have there was no moral victories for our boys. They showed up. They took the disappointment in last weekend and turned it into energy to get better this week. And we're looking forward to another good day of practice tomorrow.
So have you realized any kind of difference from prior going to Wisconsin and now that they're back as guys get well acclimated with each other?
What a great opportunity to get on the road for our first road trip, be in the hotel with each other, be on the bus with each other, and then compete. To take on someone outside of your group, and the only way you make it through a weekend like that is by sticking together, growing closer together, and what an exciting opportunity for our guys to go to the Kohl Center and be challenged. So I feel like just organically that we grew closer together, and it's going to continue though. This is not just a one weekend, all of a sudden we've arrived. Like, this is a long-term deal, and our guys are going to continue to grow tighter each and every challenge we meet.
Just one question for you, Coach. Obviously there's a mission to do come Saturday, Sunday, obviously an opponent to face, but is there going to be a second, even before, after the game, whatever, you guys as a team are just going to kind of soak everything in and go, we're on the road, this won't be our permanent home, but we brought this here to Sioux Falls, and we just appreciate you for that, even just a second.
That might come down the road. I think you just have to be ready for the first puck drop, and we're going to ask them to have a great first shift on down the lineup, and after that first line goes over the boards, if they have a good shift, then it gives the second line a better chance to have a great shift. So it's short-sighted. There's so much good about what's going on here, and that's what everyone needs to understand. What an incredible opportunity for these fans, these hockey fans, and just supporters of Augustana, supporters of opportunity for young people in this community. It's a great thing that we're doing here. These guys were selected, and they stepped up to be the ones to be able to play on the ice come game day, and we're just really looking forward to it all.